All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on a bit of an off night, Wednesday. But with the circumstances, I had to go live a night early.
All right.
David, Renee, Tracy, Sandy, thanks for joining us.
Cheers. Belated happy birthday, Renee.
Yep. Her birthday was Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out and had dinner at Luigi's, her favorite place to eat.
Oh, that's a good place.
Yeah, we kind of did gifts and stuff with the family on Easter the day before.
Nice. Very nice.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
All right. Who guessed orange hat, by the way?
Yeah, orange hat. It's the Waiuter weekend, so I'm wearing my Waiuter hat from last year. We are going to have some Jack Daniels 10-year to start out with, since we're going to be going to Jack Daniels.
Perfect.
Did not see the orange coming. Yeah, this one I don't pull out much. This is a special for Waiuter weekend.
Right there.
Yep. So we will be heading out. My wife and I, Renee, we are leaving tomorrow morning. We're going to be driving through Kentucky, kind of spend the day, just day tripping through Kentucky, and spend the night somewhere around the Tennessee border. And then the next morning, head out to Jack, get there in the morning, spend the day there, and then Friday night's the event. So what the event is, it's the Waiuter hunt.
All right, what's that?
Hi, Jim. The Waiuter hunt. So it is a Tennessee Squires event.
Okay.
And what it is there's a legend of a cryptid called a Waiuter, which is like supposed to be a big kind of devilish, hairy looking beast. And in 1865, it was supposedly spotted near some caves on the Jack Daniels property.
All right.
And apparently the myth is the Waiuter likes to eat spent mash. So that's why it's attracted to Jack Daniels. That's why it was there.
Right.
So every year the Squires have the Waiuter hunt. It's just an event where they open it up to about 100 Squires. You kind of have to get in quickly and get tickets. And you go to the distillery and they bus you up to the top of Barbecue Hill. And they have food and drinks and live music. And there's caves nearby. You can go explore the caves and look for the Waiuter.
Cool. That should be fun.
So, so it's just a big Squire party.
Big excuse to drink.
Yeah, exactly. So that's definitely that's where we're headed this weekend.
Cool. I'm still at home this weekend, but I'm taking off on Monday, so I'll be actually down in Kentucky on Monday and Tuesday. This is leading up to I'm part of a car club event with Audi Club, so we have a big event that's held every year in the Smoky Mountains. So do a little warm up, do a little bourbon hunting. Looked at your videos that you just posted, so I'm going to basically take some of those into my itinerary to do a little hunting, do a little shopping around, see what I can find and take with me and share with everybody at the car club event. Yeah.
So the stores the last two that got released, the ones we went and visited last time we were in Louisville, definitely stop by if you're going to Louisville. State Liquors and Cheers.
Those are on my
list.
They
had some nice selections. Right. They had some nice store picks.
So I like store picks.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Missy and Alyssa. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Jack Daniels. Going to do a Patreon giveaway. Going to spin the wheel for the Patreon giveaway.
Nice. And
if people file in, we're going to do some duck races. You can move over to the side, Paul. Back here, I got 4 bags labeled A through D.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is for every $5 in Super Chat, somebody gets a duck. And at the end of the show, we'll race it off and see who wins. And you get to pick which bag you want, A through D.
There you go. Go for a duck.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers.
Yeah, hey, Renee.
Cheers to you, too.
Cheers. Cheers, Paul. Renee said the tickets were gone in 2 minutes for the Waiuter hunt. She's right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they said it was going to open up at 11 a.m. on April. I think it was the 1st. And 11 a.m. on the 1st. That second it turned to 11, I got in.
Yeah.
And I managed to get a ticket.
Okay.
And I went back in to try and get a second ticket.
All gone.
Gone.
Wow.
They were gone. That was like within 3 minutes. It was gone. But when I was able to get a ticket, it comes with a guest, so we're both going to go.
Which is good.
But I called the Squire house, said, well, my guest is my wife, who's also a Squire, so
Okay, that's cool.
Both going to Squires.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm new into the Squire program myself.
Can you Venmo for a duck? Yeah, Jim, that's fine. If you want to Venmo, you should have my Venmo. But yeah, if you don't want to super chat or if you don't have super chat,
that should work.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. But yeah, so we'll, for every $5, you get a duck into the duck race. And there's David with a couple.
All right, David. Nice.
And
yes, and look what he also mentioned. So yeah,
Quack JD14 in Ohio. We were going to talk about what's going on in Ohio here in a few minutes.
Hot activity going on.
Yeah, but yeah. So if your duck wins, you'll get to pick which bag, and the bags have different things in them. There's flights in some, like sample flights. There may be a 375 in there. There may be some kind of merchandise. So it's a mix of stuff.
Nice.
So it's all like a blind bag. You get to pick which bag, and you'll see what you get.
Awesome.
But now that you brought it up, yes.
Let's get into Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels 14 dropped today in Ohio. So
long awaited. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, and not just 14, but 10 and 12 as well.
The whole thing.
So all three of them dropped. And it was kind of a surprise. Nobody saw this coming. I didn't hear any chatter about it.
Yeah, nobody was sure if it was going to be listed like and allocated, even though it's not.
Cheers, live from the patio.
Cheers. But they weren't sure if they were going to do a lottery around this. They didn't know if they were
that was all speculation. Yeah.
Reserve it for like just a special Saturday drop or anything like that. It was just all up in the air. Nobody knew anything until suddenly they started showing up today.
Yeah, today that Jack Daniels 14 and 12 all popped up on the map, and it was kind of a mad dash. People were trying to get some stuff. I saw Cast 529 may not be on right now, but I saw they managed to get a bunch of them. They got all three.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Renee and I were working. We didn't get anything.
I'm working too.
Yeah, and in our area, we only had two places that had dropped that I know of: Silver Spirits and State Road Giant Eagle.
Okay.
So it's going to be this weekend's going to be crazy.
I think every day is going to be a drop somewhere,
and we're going to be gone.
Right.
So it's dropping while we're going to be gone down to Jack Daniels. We won't be able to get the 10, 12, or 14 because we'll be at Jack Daniels instead of here getting it.
Yeah.
So that's bad timing. Yeah, look, bad timing.
I missed out when Russell's 15 was dropped here in Ohio because I was down in the Smoky Mountains, or it was either that or I was in California. One of the two trips I had.
Well, we were gone. We were in Memphis when that dropped, doing a old Dominic pick, but my mother-in-law got us one.
Oh, that was nice.
So yeah, we were able to get one because she was here and she went out and managed to get in line and get one.
I had to go play my own duck races to get one.
yeah, you and your duck races.
That was the only way I could do it.
You do all kinds of duck races. You got all kinds of stuff from there.
That's a story unto itself. Maybe I'll do that on my channels.
So what's everybody drinking tonight?
David out on the patio. Nice.
Oh, he's saying life on the patio.
Oh, life on the patio. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so we're starting out with the Jack 10. Which this is batch 3. This is last year's. And I think batch 3 was better than batch 2.
Yeah, because I've had batch 2 before. This is far, far better. Hey,
cheers,
Brad.
Trevor.
Brad just sent you some money, Venmo.
All right, I'll check it, Brad. I got it.
Yorkie. Thank you.
Thank you. Tracy. Much appreciated, guys.
Gatorade for Trevor. All right, that's cool.
David's drinking the Hard Truth 4-grain.
Oh wow!
So I recommended he get that when we were down there. He was on the pick for the Hard Truth pick we did.
Yeah, he substituted for Patrick.
No, Trevor did.
Oh, Trevor
was
okay.
Trevor. It was the Timu Patrick.
Okay, yeah.
But David was on the pick, and he was asking me what I thought he should get, and I said you got to try that 4-grain.
Okay,
4-grain is great. What do you think of that 4-grain, David? I think it's great. I'm a big fan.
Never had that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. When we did our bottled and bonds.
Oh, right.
You beat out the old fits.
You did.
Yeah.
You did big time. I remember that now.
Tracy's having some Blue Note, which we'll be at next week doing a pick.
Yeah, good luck. I wish I could have gone. Again, I'm going to be in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, yep. But you're going to be in the same right state, just wrong city.
Right state, wrong city, and no cell service. So that's even better for me.
Yeah.
Nobody can get a hold of me from work.
Yeah, so we'll be at Blue Note next Friday doing a pick for the channel. And we already have our pick team. I knew it was short notice, so we didn't have as many people like put their name in the hat. which is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand it's hard when you only give like 2 weeks or whatever. But Tracy will be joining us.
Oh, awesome.
She's going to be on the team. So will
Good.
Steven Scone.
Okay.
Self-sipper. He has a channel.
Nice.
He's going to be doing it with us, as well as 2 people from my Facebook group, the Whiskey Sipper Facebook group.
Awesome.
Matt Stryker and Ruben. And Ruben is one of the members of the Bourbon Bros KY TikTok channel.
Okay. Awesome.
So they're all going to be joining us, as well as Adam, who is Major Zero on YouTube.
Okay.
He's going to be joining us as well. So
Good.
that's who's going to be doing the pick at Blue Note.
Sounds like a good crew.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. I'm a Blue Note fan. I think it's going to be a good time. Memphis is a fun city.
Their juke joint is fabulous.
Absolutely.
And then just the town of Memphis is just fun to explore as well.
Yeah.
Around Beale Street with all the bars, the barbecue, the blues, and everything else, the live blues is fabulous.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Gus's after. If you ever been to Memphis, you go to Gus's Chicken. It's like a staple there in Memphis, and we're going to go there. We ate there last time we were there. It was good. We're going to go back.
Yeah, when I was there, I went down to BB King's Blues Club.
Okay,
right on Beale Street. Great barbecue, and they had a live blues band playing at the same time. It was just perfect setup for everything.
Yeah. Cheers, Brian. Life from the Patio is actually down in the Memphis area.
Oh,
those guys are down in that. That's where they're from.
Cool.
So. But lots of filming. Yeah, there'll be lots of filming going on with a bunch of people from YouTube and TikTok doing the pick.
If you're doing that, definitely do a live stream from Beale Street with all the street performers going on. That should be interesting.
Cheers, Brian. I was telling everybody, I was letting them know that you managed to get the entire Jack Daniels drop today in Ohio. You got the 10, 12s, and a 14.
Congratulations.
Fantastic for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great pickup.
Yeah, those are great bottles to get. You're not trying the White Dog again? Well, we will be going on a tour, Tracy. So we'll be touring Blue Note and stuff.
Don't do any big sips.
But you know what? Blue Note doesn't distill their own. So they're contract distillers. They contract through a Kentucky distillery, and once they barrel it, they ship it down to Memphis to age. So they don't actually have the still there, as far as I know.
Well, you got lucky then.
Yeah, you got super lucky. Man, that's awesome. I would like to get it. It's a bad weekend to be going out of town, but it is what it is.
It is. I know.
Yep.
Just deal with it, I guess. So Patrick's in. What's he here?
Yeah, absolutely. Life from the Patio. I don't know which of the guys this is that's on the account, but yeah, get in touch with me, and absolutely, we can try to work something out and hook up and see you guys and hang out.
Just remember the code word so you can get some trunk whiskey.
Yeah, trunk samples. And there's Steven. Steven's going to be on the pick with us.
Awesome.
He's going into work. You're going to have to put in the hours this weekend to get any of the JD. Yeah, Trevor. Today was the day to get it because people didn't know. The rest of the time, the rest of the week,
everyone's camping
is going to be
overnight.
camping out.
Yeah,
absolutely. And it's going to be tough to get.
Yeah, because
that's why I was really sad I missed it today, because
this would have been the best opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah. You drop me an email, or you can hit me up on like TikTok. I don't know what other platforms you're on. WhiskeySippers2024@gmail.com is the email. If you want to just like email me your number and we can text or something, and we can see if we can get together and do something. Yeah, you're going to have to put in the hours to get some of that Jack Daniels, Trevor, because it's going to be a madhouse this weekend.
It'll be worth the effort. I mean, we both had the 14 now. I
have the 14 and I have the 12 because I've traded for them.
I have all 3 of them, but I've only sampled the 14. I've had pours of the 14, and it is worth the wait. It is still, to me, the bourbon of the year for 25. I compared it against Russell's 15. Man, they're so close to one another.
I have not done those head to head yet, but the Jack Daniels 14 is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what we're drinking here, the Jack Daniels 10-year batch 3. The batch 3 is better than the batch 2. The batch 3 was very good. Batch 2 I found kind of oaky and maybe a little thin.
10 is sweeter.
But but the three is
It doesn't have
much better.
It doesn't have that heavy oaky finish to it.
Right, it's got
really
a little
nice.
more spice to it and a little more like brown sugar sweetness to it.
I agree.
You got held up in traffic, or you would have had 2 14s.
Oh, wow.
I would have liked to had any of them.
That's maybe the time when you got to bend the rules to the traffic laws. Or something. I don't know.
Yep. So to anybody who's just joining, I was telling everybody earlier we're going to have duck races tonight. Move with you, Paul. We got 4 mystery bags back here, A through D. For every $5 you send in a super chat, you get a duck in the race, and the winner will get to pick which bag they want. And they have different things in them. Some may have like sample flights. Some can have merchandise, maybe like a 375 in there, something like that. So if you want to get a duck in the race, just go ahead and send a super chat.
There you go. Yeah, Brad, definitely they need some driving lessons. I know with your Audi and my Audi, we can handle that.
Yeah, you need to get around a little faster. We went down there, and Brad was with us when we did the filming at a couple of stores when we were down in Florence. And I was like, okay, this is the store we're going to go to, and I'd map it, and he always beat me there. I know he's taking shortcuts I don't know about.
Oh, that's his home turf, so he can know the back roads to get in.
AP had a roadblock. Oh, well, you're raising a new pole. You got stuck behind the electric company.
Wow. That sucks.
Just tried to super chat 20. It showed up on my end, but not seen it on the feed. Can you check to see if I got it? Oh, yeah. Let me give that a try. Hold on here a second.
Now's a good time to go get yourself another pour.
I'm going to go see if I can see that on a live. It is not showing me that. And let's see. I'm not seeing that.
I know we saw it earlier.
Yeah, we saw the other people super chat. I don't know if it didn't go through or what. No, I'm sorry, Donald. I didn't see anything. I don't see anything showing me a super chat. Sorry. Ditch the car and run. Yeah, Jack 14's. Jack 14's waiting. You got to just leave that car in traffic and get there as fast as you can.
Whatever means possible.
So let me go check real quick. Some people said they sent a Venmo, so I'm gonna go check that.
Yeah, I know each of these have about 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, let's see. I got Jim and Brad. Okay, so Jim and Brad, I got your Venmos. You're in for your ducks.
Who doesn't love a duck race?
They're always fun, right? It's all people love to gamble. That's what it is. People just love to gamble. That's why you got a big giant city in the middle of the desert, right? Why else would the Vegas be there if people didn't love to gamble?
So true.
All right, why don't you grab a couple more Glens?
Yeah, I'll get that.
So we're going to drink some more Jack since it is a Jack Daniels weekend. Who's having the bottle share? She might be talking about us. I don't know.
I know I'm having a bottle share on my trip when I go down into the Smoky Mountains. So I have to take some back for my Audi Club event. And we do have a group that's basically called the event's called Quattro de Mayo. So I came up with a name because it usually lasts around the early weekends of May. And of course, we know about Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco, yep.
So what's May 4th?
The day before Cinco de Mayo.
So, okay, well, Cinco is Spanish for the word
Quattro.
Five.
Quattro de Mayo?
So May 4th is Quattro de Mayo.
Okay, Quattro de Mayo,
being 4 and everything else. So, and that also happens to be the all-wheel drive system of Audi cars. So we named the whole Audi event as Quattro de Mayo.
Okay.
So we have with that we have an Audi Quattro de Mayo Bourbon Society.
Well, there you go.
And the thing is, people are coming in from all over the eastern United States. sometimes from Canada as well. And there's a small group of us that we know each other now for a couple events, and we all agreed to bring a bottle or two and then share them every evening during the event.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
So Adam sounds like they're having something going on at Old Glory. I've been to Old Glory, and I always actually liked them. For a younger distillery, their stuff was pretty decent.
Okay.
And it was a nice distillery. Like, they got a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
They have like a little outdoor area with some games and like a gazebo where they play music and stuff.
Nice. Very nice.
So it was a place that was fun to visit. It's a fun little distillery to visit right there, right across that, really just shortly past the Kentucky border into Tennessee.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun.
Love the bourbon group.
Yeah, we always have a blast. It's now the 20th year we're having that event.
20th. You guys been doing that for 20 years?
I started it actually this
JD, thank you for your for the contribution. I got your ducks on the paper here.
It's actually for me it's my 21st event, because it was 5 of us from Ohio. We all decided we would just want to go down and enjoy there's a road down there. It's called Tail of the Dragon. It's US 129 that it snakes around through Tennessee into North Carolina and further south into Georgia.
Okay.
But there's an 11-mile stretch of this road that's hugging the side of the Smoky Mountains. In these 11 miles, there are a grand total of 318 turns.
That's a lot of turns.
A lot of those turns are bank turns, so it is a motorcycle's paradise.
Okay.
So there's a lot of bikes that go out there. They just repaved the road last year. It's fun to drive, just for tight, twisty turns, just one lane in each direction. A lot of them blind turns.
Okay.
So you just know the major rules. Number 1, don't touch the yellow line. Number 2, don't touch the yellow line. Number 3, don't get to the edge where you fall off and fall down the side of the mountain.
Number 1 should be don't drink the bourbon until after the drive.
Oh, yeah. No, that is true. And that's why we do our Bourbon Society in the evening, so we can tell our tales.
Poor decisions. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Good. Welcome.
And Ruben says that road's insane. So apparently Ruben's driven it before.
If you know of Tail of the Dragon, there's a website for it. You can get your photos taken as you drive by and everything else.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's a blast. It is an absolute. It's fun for driving, sightseeing, and everything else. So
we are going to drink some more Jack Daniels. So here we have, this is last year's Coy Hill. This is my bottle. It is 132.4 proof. And Paul was nice enough to bring his bottle, the 142 proof, the older, the Coy Hill, the
2020,
2020, yeah, 2020 release. So we are going to have these and give them a little compare, the 2 different Coy Hill releases.
I'll work on mine here.
East Al, thank you for the donation. I will get your name on the list here for the ducks.
Have that.
Yep, there's my cork.
All right. You're good.
And yours.
2024 special release.
Yep, mine was the Barrel House 8 last year's Coy Hill. Mine was the 132.4 bottle.
Mine is actually the 2021 release.
Okay.
Let's see. It was bottled on September 27th of 21.
That's my birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my birthday bottle.
See, so it's right here.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
So,
okay.
There you go. Birthday pour.
Did you get JD's super chat? Yes, JD, I did get his super chat, Renee. He had 3 entries. He sent 15, and I did get that. Correct. Oh, I love the nose on the Coy Hills.
So fruit forward.
It is. It's a lot more fruity than like the 10 or the 12 or some of the other
It's
releases.
not your traditional banana notes that you would normally get out of a Jack Daniels. It's there in the background. It's not in the foreground.
David B said the dragon is awesome. So a lot of these people know this road you're talking about. So
see,
yeah,
I'm not going to anywhere boring.
So if you didn't catch it, Paul said that he started the Audi Club.
I started this whole event. So it was just 5 of us from Ohio. We decided we want to go down there and see what it was like. had a blast, and realized with we were all Audi enthusiasts or Volkswagen enthusiasts.
That's great.
And nobody from the local chapters was doing anything about this. Like, this is a perfect opportunity to get people together and just have fun. So we reached out to a national chapter and everything else, got everybody together. Got together as a group, just played around, had fun. Everyone went into small different groups, went on different drives and to different areas and everything else. We all had a blast, and we decided to make it a real thing. Then I named it Quattro de Mayo because we always have it during that first weekend of May, and that's where the whole point was. Cinco de Mayo, everyone knows, is May 5th, Cinco being 5 in Spanish. So we will go back to May 4th, Quattro. So Quattro de Mayo, and then the tie of the name Quattro with the all-wheel drive from an Audi system. And it's considered to be the largest social event of the national chapter.
Okay.
Which has been pretty cool.
And the finish on that Coy Hill is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. If you haven't had a Coy Hill and get a chance, you got to try it.
Yeah.
It is so much different from the other Jack Daniels.
I mean, you notice the proof.
Don't get me wrong. You can absolutely tell that there's proof on it. Yeah. But the finish just goes on and on.
So it's got that stewed fruit aspect to the whole thing. A little bit of brown sugar into it as well.
So Tracy said she's talking about, Tracy is in Georgia. We have some other people here from Alabama. I know Steven's also from Alabama. I know a couple of people coming to do the Blue Note pick are coming from Alabama.
Well, I'm actually going to be staying just inside northern Georgia near Young Harris.
Near where?
Young Harris,
Georgia.
There's a little resort called Brasstown Valley Resort and Spa.
Okay.
So that's kind of be our group headquarters from there. It's basically, it doesn't take much to drive through North Carolina at that section of Tennessee. It's the eastern end of Tennessee, straight through North Carolina and just inside of northern Georgia.
Okay.
In the forested area.
And Poor Decisions is saying the Tail of the Dragon is so fun. Just need to watch traffic so you don't end up as a hood ornament. That's
absolutely no kidding. I've seen the people who have chose poorly.
Oh, that's not good.
There have been it's considered to be one of the most dangerous roads if you're not careful.
Okay.
And basically respect the road.
Yeah.
Respect what the road does. Now they do have limits in there. It's posted speed limit of 30 miles an hour. Because of so many curves in such a short period of length of road, you're barely going to get to 30 in the first place. Now there's some parts, so maybe a couple straight sections you can go a little fast, but just enjoy it. Keep within your own lane. Respect others. There's a couple areas where you can pull off if somebody is trying to push you too hard. Don't feel you have to go faster. Only the one thing I always tell everybody on these drives is the car is better than you are. Respect yourself. Know what your limits are. Know what you're comfortable with. Relax and just enjoy the drive. Don't be speed racer on it. You don't need to.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of turns and stuff you said was there, I would hope that nobody would do that.
Yeah.
Definitely want everybody to stay safe. I'm not like a car racing type. That's not something I'm into.
There's some other roads in the area that have more what I call graceful sweeping turns with some nice pull-off areas with a great view of the Smoky Mountains. It's a nice place to kind of take a break, step out, catch your breath, just enjoy the scenery, enjoy nature.
Well, I know just driving through the mountains, just in general, the roads can be pretty twisty and turning.
Oh, yeah.
Without any specific section of it. I know when we went to Colorado, driving through the Rockies, there's a lot of twists and turns going through the mountains, trying to go through Rocky Mountain National Park, where you're going a lot of turns, going uphill and stuff like that.
Usually some of those older roads is what they're doing is they're just finding those low points between mountains and just curving around or following a river in some cases.
Brian says State Route 555 from Zanesville to Marietta.
Yes, that's known as a triple nickel. I've done that as well. I do actually an event down in southeastern Ohio. It's called One Lap of Ohio. It's another Audi Club event. And that's about a 400 some odd mile trip that we do. It's a big loop around southeastern Ohio. It includes triple nickel, a couple other roads down there. That's fun too. I agree. Good call.
Wow. So Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between your hazmat bottle and the regular bottle, or not regular bottle, but last year's release.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it is so much more powerful. Yeah, it's got a much better mouthfeel. David says you have to visit the Tree of Shame.
Oh yeah, I've been to the Tree of Shame. The Tree of Shame is over in the I want to call it the Deals Gap Motorcycle Lodge. So it's in the parking lot. It's a place where motorcyclists can actually rent rooms and store their bikes and everything else. But there's this tree, and it's got parts of bikes.
Oh my gosh!
And these are the bikes that basically spilled and lost it while they were on the road, and it's called the Tree of Shame.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah. A lot of people, they realize it's usually a mistake they made themselves.
Yeah.
Not from others making mistakes.
Okay, well, as it may be. Like I said, I'm not into like the cars and all that stuff, but it sounds like you're going to have a good time. I know you do it every year. I remember last year you stopped by King's Family Distillery
right
on your way down. I remember you sending some pictures from the distillery there.
Pigeon Forge is not that far away from the start of the Dragon. That is.
Okay.
May try and get back there again.
Okay. Yeah, I got some of the King's releases. They've been pretty good. The American Light Whiskey, I really like.
I want to see if they got that in stock. I was there last year and they just ran out, so I wasn't able to pick one up.
Mm. Do you prefer last year's or the hazmat? The hazmat's better.
It's
got a better mouthfeel. I mean, they're both good.
It's more well-rounded.
The hazmat's deeper. It's darker.
It's more darker, more complex,
and you get a much better mouthfeel on it.
Yeah, I would say so. Like I mentioned about stewed fruits. So this is like fresh stewed fruits. So it's just been cooking in the pot for maybe about 15, 30 minutes, something like that. This is one that's been left in a crock pot all day. It's just mellowed out a little bit more. It's darker.
I definitely get like the darker notes. I'm getting more sugars on it. I'm getting more. It's a little oakier, and it's just got a much better like coating, like that viscous coating on my mouth.
Yep.
So I definitely prefer the hazmat. They're both great, but the hazmat
I wouldn't refuse
superior.
a pour from any of these.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But between the two, I would pick the hazmat between the, and we did a blind for this.
Yeah, I
Devin and I did the blind between the hazmat, and it wasn't this bottle. He had his own Coy Hill. His was a lower proof.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it between your hazmat and Devin's like 128, and the hazmat won pretty easily.
Because these are closer in proof.
Yeah, mine's in the 130s. I mean, I think it's about 10 proof points difference.
Yeah, it's 132.4 versus 141.8.
Oh, there you go. So mine's a little closer, but still, the hazmat makes a difference.
Yeah, that's why there's only about that much left.
Yeah. Well, you fresh cracked that at one of our meetings. For one of our meetings.
And it won.
It won. It won.
Well, that was our January theme for Fresh Cracks for the year.
Yep.
Something else. And I just got a hold of this, and I decided to throw that in.
And it won. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. We had a lot of good Fresh Cracks that night.
We did. We did have a lot of good Fresh Cracks. You guys agree? Yeah. I would definitely say so. The hazmat's definitely better. But like I said, the regular is nothing to turn your nose up at.
No.
You can get, especially if you can get it around MSRP, because it was only like, I think it was like right under $100.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I agree.
At least here in Ohio, because everything in Ohio is at MSRP.
Right. Good. All right. Welcome back, Stephen.
Welcome back, Stephen. We are comparing a Jack Daniel's last year's Coy Hill at 132 proof against the 2021 Hazmat 141 proof Coy Hill.
And to steal the words of Devin, they're both pretty good.
Pretty good. Yep. Well, speaking of, we'll have to have a mixtures. We'll have to have a pour for Devin.
We should do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's savor these a little bit more though.
Yeah. So Stephen will be joining us on the Blue Note pick.
Oh, enjoy that.
Along with, as I said earlier, I mean, we've had more people join since then, but Stephen, Tracy, Adam, Major Zero from YouTube, Ruben, who's the Bourbon Bros KY over on TikTok.
Okay. And
Matt from my Facebook group.
Nice.
Are all going to be joining us on the pick. So
sounds like a good team.
Yeah. Mark, cheers. Welcome.
All right.
Mark is a new Patreon.
Oh,
Thank
congratulations.
you for joining. We appreciate the support, Mark.
Thanks for joining the club.
Yep. And we're going to be doing a Patreon pick tonight, or not pick, a Patreon giveaway tonight. I already did one earlier this month, but we're going to do some more.
So what's the giveaway for tonight?
So if let me explain first, right?
Okay.
So some of you may be newer, you haven't been following the channel for a while. Before Devin left, we acquired a freshly dumped Jack Daniels barrel. And so what we did is we set up the barrel in Devin's basement.
Yeah.
And we started filling it with bottles. We were making an infinity barrel. We were only doing bourbon or rye. And so we got the barrel about a third full now. And before Devin left, he gave me a bunch of the 200 milliliter samples. So that's going to be a Patreon giveaway tonight. You're going to get a 200 milliliter sample of our infinity barrel as it stands right now.
Oh, very nice.
And Devin's coming back for the birth of his child.
Yeah, that should be any time now.
Yeah, and I'm going to be getting more samples like now. So I'll have these for before he left, and then we'll have them now about 3 months later.
Right.
We'll see the difference.
Yeah, so I just brought some more bottles to be put into that barrel.
Yeah, you did. So
I got that.
I expect to see him here the next few weeks,
Good.
and we're going to be dumping some more bottles, and then we're going to
I think
get more
Patrick got a
samples.
lot of his 4 whiskeys donated to that bottle.
Yeah, he got
Or
got a
to
lot.
the barrel.
Out on the Patreon, there's actually a spreadsheet with all the bottles that have been put in, and it calculates what the proof should be and all of that stuff.
That's good.
So we're tracking what's actually put in and how the amounts and what bottles.
Oh yeah, Porter said she paid more than 200.
Paid more than 200, but hoping next drive from Coe Hill is hazmat. So I'm not sure where you're at here in Ohio. If you don't know, it's state controlled. So whenever a bottle drops, if you can get it, you're getting it at MSRP.
The only other way is you have to look at outside.
You have to go. Yeah, you have to go outside of Ohio and buy it at secondary, or you have to make a trade for it, something like that.
Or play duck races.
Or duck races. Paul is in all
that one
kinds
is.
of duck races. Yeah.
I know. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes, you got to pay the price.
Yeah, you got to pay the piper.
Yeah.
Pay the duck. But yeah. So yeah, we're going to be giving away that sample of the barrel, infinity barrel, to one of our Patreon members.
All right. I've had an earlier sample of that too, and it's coming out pretty good.
Yeah, you had it when we first dumped bottles.
The first dump, right?
Yeah, we dumped about a couple of dozen more since then.
Okay.
Before he left,
Yeah.
And we bottled it up, and I don't think anybody's really had it
Oh,
outside from me and him, except
good.
if they've had one of these.
Okay.
Because I've given one away before.
Nice.
Logan is awesome at Blue Note. He'll take good care of us. Okay. The person, that's not the name of the person I've been working with, but I'm guessing he's probably the person who does the pick and stuff. So, I've been working with like their, I don't know, advertising sales person, whoever sets up the barrel picks.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, they were very accommodating when I told them, our situation. And if you don't know, what happened was we did a hard truth barrel pick last week. Right?
I
Was
saw
it last
your
week, the
highlights
week before, something
about
like
2
that.
weeks ago, something like that.
And I was expecting that to be ready to go in June. And so what I'm trying to do is a barrel pick every quarter. First quarter, we did New Riff, and it was fantastic. That was a great bottle. And Hard Truth, I wanted to get, we did that pick a few weeks ago. I thought we would get it in June. That would be my second quarter pick. After we did the pick, I found out the barrels won't be delivered to the warehouse until August.
Oh, man.
So I was like, well, now I've got like this huge gap.
Right.
So I reached out to Blue Note, who I was already planning to be our third quarter pick. And I said, is there any way we can move this timeline up and we can get this by June? And they were very accommodating.
Oh,
Said,
that's great.
If you get in
Good.
here the next few weeks, we can get that to you in June.
Awesome.
So that's why we're doing two picks so close together. Can we get an agenda for the pick at Blue Note? I will email them later or this week. I'll maybe after this live, and I'll ask for an agenda. I didn't ask for one yet, so I just know, as far as I know, it's going to be a tour in the pick. They don't have some of the other stuff like Hard Truth did. If you weren't on the live last week when we talked about the Hard Truth pick, it was incredible. They did a tour. We did a barrel pick. Then they took us to eat. And then they took us on an ATV tour, like riding trails on their property. It was crazy.
That looked great.
It was fun. It was a heck of a lot of fun. It was. I've done a number of barrel picks, and that's the first one that's treated us quite with that much, you know, where they
Right.
offer some of those.
I'm
really,
hoping
some
I
of
get
those
get.
extras.
I missed out with you guys, but I'm hoping I'm going to get an opportunity maybe in July to do the same thing.
Yeah, that'd be
So
awesome.
I'd be looking forward to that.
Tell us about the duck race. Sure, yeah, I'll mention it again. So back here we have 4 bags labeled A through D. The bags have various things in them. There could be sample flights. There could be merchandise. Might be like a 375 in there, something like that. But what happens is for every $5 you super chat, you get a duck in the race. Whoever wins get to pick which bag, A through D, they want. That's why it's a blind bag duck race. So it's a gamble. It's a gamble if your duck's gonna win, then it's a gamble of what you're pulling out of the bag. There's no punishment pours or any gag gift in there. Everything in the bags is good.
Nothing from the barrel of shame.
Nothing from the barrel of shame. Nothing from Patrick. So it's going to be good whatever you get.
So no dickle.
Yeah, no dickle in there. Yeah, no chicken cock.
No chicken cock. Right.
So that's going to be the duck race. So if you're interested in getting a duck for every $5, you donate super chat, you get a duck in the race.
Hey, it's going to be something good. It's worth the chance.
Your last pick was Old Soul. Old Soul weeded. I have not had an Old Soul weeded.
Neither have I.
No. I've had some Old Soul. I've had some barrel picks, not that weeded specifically, and I've had I think they're the ones who have the tintype, right? The Old Soul tintype.
Yeah.
But I have not had their weeded. No rum. No rum. There was no BBC in there for you, Brad. But we got some BBC. We'll be bringing you next time we see you. We're local. Oh yeah, okay, absolutely. Yeah, we'll be down there and looking forward to it. Memphis is a fun town. Yeah, we went down there for Old Dominic. It was fun.
It was fun. I did a little sightseeing when I was out there last time, so I stopped over in Graceland.
Okay.
So tour Elvis, tour all the museums that they have out there. Also went out to Sun Records or Sun Studios. So that's the old rock and roll studio where Elvis and a lot of the early rock and roll pioneers
Cheers, Brian.
recorded all of the legendary rock and roll songs in that town.
Okay.
It's really fun.
Yeah, and Tracy was with us at the Hard Truth pick, and she said, it was amazing. They did set the bar pretty high if that was your first pick, and we had several people on that pick. It was their first pick.
Wow.
And one of the people going this time, it's their first pick.
Oh, that's good.
So
it's good to have people with first picks.
I love that every time we've done a pick.
It's a new experience of feeling.
Yeah, every time we've done a pick for the channel, we've had people as their first pick. And
Yep.
I like that. I like that a lot. You're dispersing the new riff pick to people in South Carolina. That was that new riff. That bottle of new riff was a really good bottle of new riff. That was a really good pick we did. Steven tried Bruzel's Old Soul weeded pick. Okay. So let's do another pour here, Paul. Let's do a pour for Devin. Let's do a Michter's.
All right. Let me find one for you. Where are they? Over there.
Second shelf. Down on the end. No, second shelf. It's like up one. Yeah, go to the end. Yep. Okay. Grab the toasted barrel rye.
Toasted rye. Yep.
All right. So this is a Michter's toasted barrel strength rye. 107.8 proof. I think this is probably my favorite Michter's, honestly.
I've had the rye, at least the 10-year rye. I haven't had the toasted. Oh wait, yes, I did.
Devin, didn't you have it here?
No, I had it over at Devin's.
Okay.
He did a blind pour for me. So it's like, give me something to turn my back around. And he gave me that pour, and I was surprised on how good that was. It didn't taste like a rye at all.
Yeah, the toasted barrel rye. This is probably my favorite Michter's. And we will have a pour because I managed to get a backup bottle today.
Oh, nice. That's good.
So for Devin.
Oh, hold on.
Yep. Devin, if you watch this later, cheers. That is a sweet nose on that. Oh yeah, that's really good. That's definitely my favorite Michter's. I know so a lot of people love the 10-year, and the 10-year is good, but I think this one's just, I don't know, sweeter.
Yeah.
It's a little better mouthfeel, I think. I'm definitely a fan of that.
And the thing is,
toasted barrel strength rye.
Yeah, 107.8 doesn't feel like it at all.
No, not at all. Doesn't drink anywhere near.
And that's true with pretty much all of their product lineups.
Yeah. Their lower proof stuff still has a really nice mouthfeel.
It
for lower
does.
proof. That's why people like the 10. I mean, it's lower proof, but it's got a good mouthfeel for something that's lower proof. Absolutely. Worth it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the Patreon giveaway.
All right, let's do that.
So I'm going to put all these names. I think I already put them in the wheel. Yes, I did. So I'm going to go ahead and share.
Good luck, everyone.
And wheel of names.
There we go.
And I'm going to shuffle
3 times.
Oh, wait. And spin.
All right.
So here we go for the Patreons. These are our paid Patreon members. And the winner is
Eric.
Congratulations, Eric. I will be getting you the 200 milliliters of our Infinity Barrel.
Oh, that's going to be good. You're going to like it.
So you can let us know what you think of it.
Nice.
All right. Thank you, Poor Decisions.
All
we
right.
will get you in for the duck race.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
There you go. Just give me some tips for Memphis, too.
All right. Absolutely.
So there you go. You got tour guides.
Yeah, there you go. Between you and Life in the Patio and Adam,
You're all set.
Major Zero, we got like a whole bunch of Memphis guys who we can meet up with.
Take them to the places tourists don't go.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's the thing.
that's the best places, right?
That's what the locals like. That's where you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always the best place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me stop that screen. There we go. So congratulations, Eric. I will get you that. And you'll have to let us know what you think. I know you had it before, and it was pretty good.
It was good.
So we added, like I said, what we did is we actually bought quite a bit of Benchmark foolproof to up the proof a little.
Yeah.
And we got some early times bottled and bond to kind of throw some age in it. Yeah, we added those.
Right.
So I think it came out pretty good. It's sitting pretty decent right now.
Nice. The first pour that I had out of that, I was actually picking up some notes of maple. It's a weird reason. Now, one of the rules we have for the barrel is nothing finish.
No finish.
Nothing finish.
No finish.
But for some reason, I was still getting a hint of maple out of the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do that sometimes on different whiskeys. I mean, you can get all kinds of flavors coming out of wood.
Still delicious,
right?
So good. Congrats.
Oh, you guys are all friends. Okay. Yeah, they all know each other.
Perfect.
Here.
There you go.
Well, maybe we can get together after the barrel pick have a little bottle share or something at back at the hotel. I usually bring some fresh cracks.
Yeah.
I know when
definitely do a bottle share.
Yeah. The Hard Truth afterwards, I brought the Penelope 17-year American Light Whiskey and a Russell's 13 that we fresh cracked.
Well, it wasn't in your pick, but I did show up for your new riff. So I did a fresh crack of the Kentucky Owl Batch 12.
Yep.
Their last release.
Yep.
That wasn't bad.
Can you bring some additional bottles to donate to the Infinity Barrel at the Blue Note pick? Yes, Tracy. Yes, you can bring some. I should be seeing Devin the week after our pick. So
all right, good.
If you get them to me by then, we can get them in the barrel before he leaves again.
Cool.
So
good.
Yeah, so go ahead and bring those if you want. The Old Dominic Weeder. We did that Old Dominic pick, and we did the Tennessee whiskey and their bourbon. We did not have a Weeder though, but their Tennessee. I like their Tennessee whiskey. I thought their Tennessee whiskey was really good. We did good. At least the single barrels we tried. Now I did have the Old Fashioned at the bar.
Okay, Renee's fessing up. She snuck maple into the barrel.
You snuck maple into the barrel.
All right. We know you like maple. That's fine. That makes all the sense now.
Yeah, so when we did the Old Dominic pick, we were at the bar and we had and Adam had told me get the Duck Fat Old Fashioned, and it was absolutely amazing. It was a really, really good Old Fashioned. It was really really viscous for an Old Fashioned.
Right.
It was real nice.
That's nice.
Oh man, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't had that and you get a chance to try that Michter's Toasted Barrel Rye, it's excellent. It's really good. Very sweet.
It's very sweet. It's not heavily floral.
No, it's not floral at all. It's not floral or herbal in any way.
No.
No.
I mean, like I said, Devin blinded me this pour.
Yeah.
I really thought it was a bourbon and not a rye.
Yeah, it's very, very bourbon friendly for sure. Absolutely.
I mean, this could almost be considered a gateway into the rye world.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I mean, that's a good gateway pour. That's why I felt about Hard Truth. I think the Hard Truth's very bourbon friendly.
Yeah, it is.
I think the Jack Daniels is pretty bourbon friendly. You don't get a lot of herbal notes on Jack Daniels.
That
rye,
is really good.
So, you know, a lot of the Jack Daniels single barrel proof ryes I've had are fantastic. You know, I've got the One Heroes bottle from the Coy Hill warehouse. It's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of theirs, of the Jack Daniels rye for sure.
Yep, definitely.
You can get us pours. I'm always up for that. For sure. So should we do a Jack Daniels rye? Should we open up that and give that a try?
Why don't we do that?
We can do that. Let's do a little comparison between the Jack Daniels rye and this Michter's rye.
Probably need a little more Michter's because you know how good it is.
Yeah. I don't think you've had this Heroes bottle, Paul. I don't think you've actually had this one.
I want to say I had it with Scott because Scott got a hold of it this year.
Yeah, I think his is a different one.
Oh no, his is a newer one. Okay,
he just got his. This is one from last year.
Gotcha. Okay.
I guess they all were made last year. I know he just picked his up though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 133.6 proof
from
Warehouse 0113, which is Coy Hill Warehouse.
There you go.
Yeah, so the Jack Daniels Heroes bottle, if you're not familiar, the picks are done by Melvin Keebler, who is a U.S. Navy vet, and they're available for sale only in the PX, so on military bases.
First in on the nose, I was getting waffles.
Waffles?
I was maple covered waffles is what I was getting at initially. Now I'm getting the banana in the background. I want to say is waffles and banana foster.
I get like a syrupy sugar.
It's the syrup.
Yes,
is what
they're very syrupy,
and a little bit of the maltiness that you get out of a waffle itself.
Oh,
yeah,
those are fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, so David, when Scott told me he got that bottle, I texted David because he lives near the PX the Coast Guard Exchange.
Yeah.
And I told him, hey, there's some Hero bottles there. You should go grab one. He went and grabbed it, and he loves it.
Yeah. Fortunately, I can't get one.
Selections, not collections, huh? I can call it a collection select. I don't know. I've got over 200 open bottles, so I'm
about the same.
Yeah, well, you're the only person I know really with more bottles than
I have
me.
more bottles, and well, now I've been donating a lot to the barrel.
Yeah. So I've got over 500 bottles. I got, I think, just over 200 open.
Yeah,
and I think you could you're over 600.
I'm over 600 bottles.
Yeah,
I have about equal number open right now. I'm constantly opening, especially for our monthly get-togethers. I always want to bring something special to crack. And then I'm playing my own duck races and red ball games and everything else. So I want to make sure what I bring is an epic open.
Yeah, you do. You brought that. What that Willet Purple Top hazmat?
That was celebrating your 1,000 subscribers. So we did that.
I thought that was the William LaRue Weller.
Oh, that was William.
Yeah, that was the William LaRue Weller you brought.
This was a different one that we were doing. I forget what it was. I think it was the first.
There's a 500.
The 500. It was a 500.
500 subscribers. Yeah.
Right. But now I got some more we can open up. That would be fun because I just got a hold of the Heaven Hill 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the weeded? Is that the wheat one?
It's a
weeded Bernheim, one. Basically, it's a Bernheim.
It is barely legal weeded. So it's H19. It's 100 proof. It's only 63% wheat, 38% corn, something like that.
Okay.
I've seen the reviews on it.
Guys, I'm going to go enter these names into the duck race.
Good.
so we can make sure we get that done.
But yeah, I've seen the reviews on this. I'm going to hold judgment until I can crack that open myself. But so far, I'm hearing it's pretty good. Oh. So yeah, it's still that waffles and banana Fosters with the Jack Daniels pick. With Michter's, I'm picking up more fruit on the nose. Fruit forward.
Okay, guys, I want to just go over who I got ducks for. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. I got David, Brad, Tracy, Jim, JD, East Al, and Poor Decisions. So speak up if I missed you. But that's all the ones I saw come across.
There you go.
Let me go check Venmo one more time, see if anybody sent a Venmo. And nothing else there, so that's all I got.
Gotcha. Some good comments there for Poor Decision. Yeah, the rye is so good. Got the hero selection. That was good.
You got your hero selection. Okay, yeah, that
is fabulous.
it is fantastic, right? The Michter's is great. This is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the JD's better than the Michter's.
Like I said, in the nose and everything else, I'm still getting the waffles and banana Fosters combined.
Man, it's that syrup. It does.
Well,
it smells
so
syrupy.
heavy.
It's so syrupy.
With the Michter's, I'm now getting more of a. It's not calling it stewed fruit, but I'm definitely getting fruit notes out of this on the nose.
I get some cocoa on the Michter's.
I can see
a
cocoa.
Little more chocolatey, like dark
more chocolate.
Yeah,
almost a baker's chocolate.
But that Jack Daniels.
Jack is fabulous. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, David, I tried the sample you sent me of your heroes. It was absolutely fantastic, and I wish I had told you to get me a bottle. I know I told you not to. I should have.
Yeah.
I should have said, yeah, grab me one. I should have for sure. The Venmo. What is my Venmo? Hold on a second. I gotta go look at that thing.
I can look that up easy. I got you on friends list.
Yeah.
Finance Venmo.
I think it's because I just use my login or something.
Yeah. At HUGHEWIL.
Yep.
Hugh Will.
Yeah, so that's the Venmo. If you want to try to jump in real quick, Charles. What I missed something here. What was Tracy saying? Yeah, so the heroes, when they do the heroes, they do the rye and they do the regular Tennessee whiskey and all that. We only have the rye. We don't have the single barrel proof Tennessee whiskey. We still need one of those for the hero selection.
So you have the pair.
Right? Yeah, because we want both.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't run across it.
Sure.
So I agree. And Tracy, let me know if you run across that hero selection and it's just the single barrel proof, the Tennessee whiskey, and we'll definitely want one.
I'd be up for one of the ryes myself.
Yeah, Tracy, it's Tennessee whiskey, right? Yes. They don't like you to say bourbon. No. It's the Tennessee whiskey, just not the rye.
Although technically there is some documentation from
it's a bourbon. It meets all the legal requirements to be a bourbon.
But I'm okay with it being Tennessee
but
whiskey.
Don't tell that to people from Jack Daniels. So yeah, we're looking for that. Okay, so last chance to enter the duck races before I run it here. Charles, I got your entry. I will go add you to the race. Last call for ducks. Awesome, Tracy. Hey, if you let me know if you find it, and when I see you a blue note, we'll take care of it.
Nice. Good. I guess I get to play Vanna then for the ducks and the bags.
Yeah, you'll get to see the bags once we
reveal the bag. I'll do the bag.
It takes a while to run it here, so
gotcha.
I'll give you 1 more minute. and we're going to run it. While I finish this, Jack Daniels.
Decided to finish the Michter's first. Savor the Jack.
Okay. Well, once we go off the air, I'll have some more of both.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, so here we go. Let me get this race set up. So we got 15 total entries. I got to set the time.
Yep.
We'll do 45
seconds.
45 seconds. Sounds
all right,
good.
That looks good.
Oh no, my camera died again.
Oh,
you fucking kidding me?
Really? What we need to do here?
Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to charge this for a minute.
Eric just sent money too.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to charge this camera real quick.
We pause for station identification. You're watching Whiskey Sippers live on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. We have duck races coming up.
All right, guys. I know you can still hear me. I'm going to charge the camera enough so that I can get enough charge to do this duck race.
Don't worry. I'm working on the GoFundMe for you.
I have to figure out a different camera. I got to. This thing, it used to last like 2 hours. It's like something's happened and it's getting just less and less time on the charge.
I've got some ideas for you. I'm working up a list.
All right, Eric, I'm going to go ahead and add you in while the camera charges. Sorry, guys, you can't see us.
All right. At this point, I will say the entries are closed.
Yeah, entries closed, guys. I'm going to let this camera charge enough to plug it in and at least run this race.
Yeah, let's do that.
I apologize for that. I didn't expect the camera to die like on the hour. That was ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah, camera's out, Sandy. Sorry. Yeah, no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's
you were totally right.
Yep.
Everything's fine. Nothing to be alarmed.
We're going to get this enough to at least run this race. I'm going to go ahead and get it set up. Share the screen.
There we go. Go ahead.
I'm going to give it a couple more minutes here. I want to get, I don't know how much charge I can get in a few minutes, but we'll give like a 5-minute charge. It should let us get through this race. But yeah, guys, sorry about that. I apologize. Replacement battery. Chip, I think I'm just going to buy a whole new camera. We're going
to get you a whole new camera anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to buy, this was like an Ancar, I think is the camera. I think I'm going to go with a Logitech going forward. So I'm just going to order a new one. But the little problem is I have to connect. I can't charge and connect to the computer at the same time.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Can you guys see the duck race? When I'm looking at the screen, you can't see me, but can you see the duck race on the screen or this? What can you guys see on the screen? Yes, you can see the race. So I can run the race. I don't need the camera to run the race.
No, go ahead and run the race.
You can see the dinosaur race? Okay, so awesome. So I can go ahead and run the race without the camera. That's what we need because I want everybody to see the race. So I know I said duck race, but in fashion for like more towards me, we're actually going to do a monster race. So everybody is going to have
monster ducks.
No, not monster ducks, just monsters. Everybody have a different monster. There'll be like a Godzilla, a King Kong, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weird looking duck, right, Brad. So it's going to actually be the monster race. Let me go ahead and we're going to run this. So there's everybody's monsters. And there they go. We're off. We're going to go. There's a Godzilla in the lead there.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
It was Eric. Eric was in the lead. Here comes JD. Down the stretch. Here comes Charles.
Oh, look at this. T-Rex.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man's got to win, right?
Yeah. All right, they can see the race. That's good. 10 seconds. Who's it going to be?
Yeah, you're always a donkey, Brad.
Oh.
And somebody pulled a hit. Oh, there we go. East AL. I'm not sure your actual name, but East AL is the winner. Let me see if I can get this camera. If it's charged.
Send me a link and we'll do a joint effort on my phone.
Let's, Matt, you're the winner. I'm going to see if the camera's
All right,
plugged
go
in
ahead
enough
and try
now
that.
that we can have him pick his bag.
Oh, Matt, why don't you?
Give me 1 second while I get this camera plugged in.
He's going to set it up, but Matt, why don't you post in what letter do you want?
A, B, C, or D?
A, B, C, or D? Yeah, Renee, that definitely tracks Brad being the donkey. Totally agree. Okay. Looks like you're looking for bag number or bag letter B.
Okay, we'll grab it as soon as we get back on.
Let's see if we're online here.
Let's see if we can get online. And settings, camera. You know what? Maybe I can just go with my.
Go with your laptop camera.
Let's see if I can get my laptop camera to work.
That might work.
No. Yeah, come on. What am I doing wrong here, Paul?
You got it selected right. That's your camera.
Okay, guys, technical difficulties.
Here, shoot me a link. We'll put it on my phone. That doesn't work because we're going to get you on camera. It's one way or another. Yeah, it's just not recognizing anything right now.
Yeah, it's just not seeing it at all. I don't know if I can. Let's see.
Can you add me?
Invite. Goodness.
We're going to work this one way or another.
Yeah, I'm going to see if we can get this to go through Paul's phone. Okay, I'm sending you the link, Paul.
I just got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Entering the studio, accept all cookies. Done.
Sorry, guys.
Tap the three dots icon, then open the Safari. Oh, there. Open. Gotcha. Hold on. I got this.
All right.
Open in Safari. Not through that. We're getting there. There we go. Allow my access. Allow.
Okay.
There we go.
We're not showing up on the screen yet.
All right. Do I have to? Oh.
Display name. Type in a name. And hit enter. Just put Paul.
Yeah, that's fine. Enter.
Turn off your volume. All right.
All right, there we go.
All right. So we're going to get this winning bag, and we'll see what you got. Do you remember what you picked or what
I think you wanted B.
East A? You want B? Yeah, you can see it. So did you want
There we
B?
All right, so let's go for confirm. I think if you scroll up, I think it was B.
Letter B. Okay.
All right.
So B is the Whiskey Sippers Brandy Glen.
Nice, congratulations.
So email me your address and I will get that shipped to you. And congratulations.
Let's mute my mic so you can hear his mic. That should help.
Yeah.
Eliminate some echoes.
Can you just turn your volume off?
Yeah, and my volume should be off. But I also muted my mic.
Okay. So there you go. I will ship you this. Email me your address and I'll get this out to you. And absolutely. Thank you guys for joining tonight. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm definitely going to have to get this camera taken care of. And we'll see you next week. Next week will be Wednesday again because we're leaving early to go to the Blue Note pick.
Yep.
And then after that, we'll go back to our regular schedule. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. And remember, until next time, the best bourbon or whiskey.
So one you like the most.
We'll see you.
Cheers.